Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we're doing something a little different and taking a look at 10 unique island themes that you can design your island around. It's a super fun one, so without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So some of the main aspects of Animal Crossing New Horizons are of course customizing furniture, terraforming land and designing layouts, and even interior and exterior designing. Now whether you focus on the inside of your house or the landscape of your island, many players choose to develop their island around one or two specific themes. And as a community we've seen many creative New Horizons islands over the last year, including Cottagecore Islands, fairy tale themed landscapes and even tropical paradises. So I thought it'd be fun to break down 10 different island themes which may help inspire you as much as they have me. So please leave a like on the video if you're excited to see some themed islands, and let's get to it. Number 1. Desert. One of the most creative island themes, especially for a deserted island, is of course a desert. One of the best examples of this is this vast tropical desert that features super hot sunshine and a gorgeous oasis with palm trees, bushes and bright flowers. Now whilst probably falling under the tropical core category, this desert theme is quite specific as it takes things even further and not only features some classic pyramids but several travelling merchants and rug markets, which makes incredible use of custom patterns. Desert themed islands specifically often incorporate a small residential area for villagers with a huge desert around the rest of the island, and something this island does extremely well. But what do you think about this desert? Have you considered making one of your own? Let us know in the comments. Number 2. Kidcore. Now just like other themes, Kidcore is pretty subjective but is typically an island themed around fun toys, parks and playgrounds and other brightly coloured furniture items and features. Quite often Kidcore Islands will also feature pastel coloured pathways decorated with super cute chalk patterns and drawings. These types of islands often focus around having multiple play areas with outdoor games and activities, and this island is in my opinion an incredible example of that. There's no doubt Kidcore Islands are inspired by the original kiddie furniture set too, which is super fun to see. Number 3. Trashcore. Now Trashcore Islands, or sometimes described as industrial or slum islands, are essentially islands themed around extremely cluttered and built up communities. One way the Trashcore theme is used is by using forced perspective to create amazing looking cityscapes. In all honesty, this is so creative it blows my mind. The industrial aspect of Trashcore Islands completely removes the deserted island atmosphere and converts it into a loud, busy and crowded place made up of mostly metal structures along with corrugated steelworks and steam. Typically these kind of islands will incorporate work areas or research labs too, which is super cool, but Trashcore Islands or industrial themed areas always seem to look best in the middle of the night. Number 4. Horror. Now horror is a simple yet very effective island theme and can often be used alongside gothcore or scary and Halloween based islands. On horror themed islands it's not unusual to see the spooky set used to create very creepy walkways that are basically warning you to turn around and head in the other direction. This aesthetic will often be built around graveyards and burial grounds, which typically include gothic statues amongst other things. Some of the best aspects of a horror themed island are the tiny details like custom blood patterns, pumpkin patches and black roses, all of which help to create a scary atmosphere. Basically this theme takes anything slightly creepy in the game and somehow makes it even creepier, and this island is a great example of that. Number 5. Natural. Now a natural theme is very popular right now and is somewhat linked to the overgrown or forest themes. Essentially it's letting the deserted island take its natural course over time and kind of building around the natural landscape of the island as you go. With this in mind, natural themed islands will often feature more trees than other islands but also focus around dirt paths which lead to several outdoor areas. It's not unusual to see lots of little ponds and farming areas too, with lots of fallen leaves and furniture items or market stalls made of wood. Of course this is quite subjective, but natural islands feature more randomly placed flowers and weeds too to give it more of an unmaintained look despite being completely maintained and planned. Number 6. Fairycore. Now Fairycore is probably one of the most popular themes to design your island around and often creates a whimsical, mysterious, fantasy based atmosphere. Very similar to Kidcore, Fairycore makes use of certain colour palettes and flowery custom patterns and pathways. Typically you'll see lots of flowers, mushrooms, star fragments, together with cute and colourful furniture items. Quite often Fairycore Islands focus around magical areas such as fairy ring rock gardens and moon crescent landscapes. Just like this island, Fairycore themes look even better in the snow. Number 7. Zen. The Zen theme is another fairly broad term but often associated with Japanese themed furniture items and beautifully carved natural landscapes. It's not uncommon to see plenty of bamboo trees with complex pathways and wooden bridges leading to very relaxing gardens and shrines. Zen themed islands typically create a peaceful atmosphere but also incorporate outdoor markets and communities alongside these areas. Using lots of rivers, stones and statues quickly help create a natural but Zen-like island. Number 8. Junglecore. Now Junglecore is a very underrated island theme as it takes a combination of the natural and overgrown themes and mixes them with the tropical theme to create dense jungles filled with waterfalls, wildflowers and plenty of critters. The key to Junglecore is incorporating a variety of trees but also utilising natural pathways to access hidden areas such as ancient ruins and statues. This island in particular makes great use of custom patterns to fill every tile, whether it's stone paths, weeds or flowers, and that helps create this undisturbed jungle feel. Junglecore typically focuses on the natural aspects of the island rather than the furniture, but using things like tents, benches and lamps reinforces this is a jungle, not a city. Number 9. Urban. Now an urban theme is often the term used for heavy populated towns or cities or even smaller inner city markets. Much like some of the other themes we've mentioned, this is definitely more generic, but typically urban islands create residential areas alongside streets, outdoor cafes and museums. These are all usually linked by huge pathways, roads and bridges. It's also not uncommon to see many fenced off areas such as parks and gardens to help give you a sense that you're in an actual town where people live, work and go about their daily lives. This island in particular is a bit more unique and reminds me of Venice in that it's built around rivers and had lots of houses, shops and stores close by, which is really awesome. Number 10. Cottagecore. Of course we can't really do a 10 island themes video without including Cottagecore, which is 100% the most popular theme of choice. Although it's probably not as popular now as it was at the start of our New Horizons journey, Cottagecore kind of paved the way for many other themes such as forest, overgrown and natural amongst others. Of course Cottagecore is extremely broad but typically mixes whimsical natural landscapes with lots of outdoor areas such as cabins, campsites and on this island in particular an amazing looking outdoor pub. Again very subjective, but Cottagecore often includes dense wild areas filled with flowers with many dirt paths and both stone and wooden pathways leading around the island to various villager homes. Cottagecore tends to use the landscape to its advantage to create gardens and waterfalls as the backdrop of the island. So there we have it. That was 10 island themes that are all pretty awesome in their own way and hopefully help you in designing your island or give you some ideas if you're looking for some inspiration. Of course, most of these themes are very subjective at best and there's no right or wrong answer, and most of what we've covered is just what I think the main aspects of each of these themes are. With that said, there are hundreds of themes out there and you guys sent in some amazing islands, so if you'd like to see another one of these videos or you're looking for people to check out your island, be sure to leave your dream address down below. Anyway, what do you think about these themes? Do you like the idea of Junglecore, or do you prefer sticking with a natural island? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But for now, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe, as we're uploading a bunch of New Horizons news as and when it happens. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters, as well as this channel's members. You guys absolutely rock and truly help me upload as regularly as I do. I couldn't do it without you. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course, if you made it to the end of the video, please comment theme, just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome, and please be sure to include which theme your island currently has. I'd love to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.